Nicole's View. Say it with me, y'all. Nicole's View. That's right, because this is how she do it.
So I'm not here this afternoon as a Republican, nor as a Democrat, not as a Mason, nor as an elk, not as a Protestant, nor a Catholic, not as a Christian, nor a Jew, not as a Baptist, nor a Methodist. In fact, not even as an American, because if I was an American, the problem that confronts our people today wouldn't even exist. So I have to stand here today as what I was when I was born, a black man.
You already know.
Selective Outrage. This is Selective Outrage with two Chubbs and Tanels on Hit 92.3.
And we are back. Selective Outrage Radio, Hits 92.3. I'm your boy, Two Chubbs. This is your boy, Toxic Tris.
Yes, sir.
And we have a real treat for you guys. A real treat.
We are very honored and privileged to have some of her time.
Usually we don't do guests, but I could not help but ask her to come on the show because every time she touches a keyboard or a mic, she spits straight fire.
Yes, sir. Well, tell them what it is.
We are bringing to the stage our very own Nicole's View from the Nicole's View YouTube show. How are you doing, ma'am?
Yay!
Wow, thank you for that intro, Two Chubbs. I know you're Oren, but
How you doing today? How's the weather out there? This Trish, by the way.
It's been cloudy and just kind of humid.
Oh,
It's
okay.
weird. This weather's been so weird.
That's what's up. So, I'm not sure if you know how Selective Outrage Radio, we've been deemed very offensive. So you can say whatever you like to say. Like there will be no censoring in that fashion, but you can say whatever you like to say. So I would like to start off with the most ignorant and offensive thing I've ever seen, and that is Meghan Markle and Prince Harry.
I ain't never been sad when chickens come home to roost. I must say, I've never been sad when chickens came home to roost. I don't know what she was thinking about going home to the origin of white supremacy. How do you feel about that, Nicole?
I feel the same way. I'm sitting up here and I'm looking at this and I'm like, she really thinks she was just going to go there and they were just going to kind of ignore her background?
I feel like Queen Elizabeth was like, we just got Queen Charlotte's blood out of the system, and she comes right back in and just injects some new blood in there. Oh Lord, but man, you know things are bad, Chubbs, Nicole, when you got to run back to America and be like, I need this is a tad bit strong for me.
Yeah, this is too strong. This is too much, and they'll say it with a smile.
Oh, 100%. See, but this is how I feel, Nicole, right? I feel this quote-unquote marriage, this quote-unquote marriage for her, when shit really starts hitting the fan and them royalty checks for Prince Harry stops coming in, I think he's going to take his white ass right on back overseas and get to calling them what she really wants to call them. No, mommy, no, daddy, she's a nigga. I'll concede. Like, that's what I really feel is going to happen.
What do you think of Prince Harry, Nicole? Do you feel he's acted in any type of good way in this situation?
I've heard some people say, well, he's a great husband because he took her out of that toxic situation and whatnot. But I can't shake the image of Prince Harry in Nazi year some years ago. I just can't shake that image.
Google that if you don't know what she's talking about. We can't show y'all on the thing, but yes, that's how I feel. Or all those black people carrying William, and he's just smiling with his $600 shades on and everything. But that's another story. I don't know if Meghan had the magic black box that just turned his whole life around, or look, listen, you got to be a bad woman to make a man leave a kingdom. That man could have inherited a kingdom, you know what I'm saying? And he went across seas. But you know, that's gonna end bad for Megan. I don't know what she was thinking. I hope the title was worth the cost.
Right, but you know what? This is a great way to segue into our other thing we wanted to talk to you about, Nicole. Speaking of taking Box away, how do you feel about T.I. and Tiny?
Now, is this another random attack on a black man, or is this something? I mean,
is there something to, like, 25 women is a lot of women to be saying that there might not be something to this. How do you feel about that whole situation?
You know, after I did my whole investigation with the whole Bill Cosby thing, that's the one thing I don't do. I don't look at the numbers. If I can't investigate it, with Cosby's trial, I went to his trial.
Oh, wow.
And I saw the BS.
And we want to get to that in a second. We're going to let you all off on that one.
So for me, when it comes to T.I. and Tiny, I have to study it more. But on the surface, to me, it looks like something is up. Like, it looks very suspect. I'm not going to be quick to believe it. Not to say there isn't anything there.
Right.
But I'm just, after I've seen what they did with Cosby, I'm just very hesitant to just say, oh, they did it.
May I ask you something?
You know?
Nicole, based on, you know, you having an in-depth knowledge of Cosby and all the ways that white is it something to the fact that it seems like the sexual lane is the only way to attack the black man? Is there something to that? Like it seems like the only way to get at these black men doing in their personal lives or putting like charges on them, whether they be, I mean, I don't want to say some aren't innocent or something else or whatever, but it seems like they're attacking black men through their sexual, you know, whatever taste or whatever. I don't know the word to use, but you think it's something to that?
I do.
Okay.
I mean, you just look at the history. You know, we can go back to the birth of a nation. To me now, it has become profitable. If you look at Me Too, if you look at Time's Up, if you look at these groups, these activist groups, this has become a multi-million-dollar hustle. Some of it isn't legit. Some of it might be, but a lot of it I'm noticing isn't. And I feel like they're using black celebrities as the face of it. If that makes sense.
No, it does. I 100% agree. But I also think this is why I feel like I don't like celebrities speaking for the lot of us, right? And now when I say I 100% agree, I don't agree with the whole shut up and dribble thing, right? But I also understand that celebrities have so much to lose that they can be compromised. And because they can be compromised, I don't feel like they're the ones to speak for us. Like that's how I feel. How do you feel about that?
No, I agree, because, you know, even with these allegations and whatnot, these sexual abuse allegations coming out against, you know, a lot of these black stars, the other black stars in Hollywood, they don't want to speak out. They don't want to, even if they feel like it's a finesse, it's, they're trying to rob folk.
Right.
Like you said, they're not going to buck the system.
Right. They're not going to buck the system. They're not going to say much because they have too much to lose. Which, in all honesty, you know what? Cool. Because I'm at the point where if you're not going to speak for black Americans, to me, you've already made up your mind.
It seems like everybody that does gets attacked. But like adding on to what you said, Chubbs, the white community isn't going to Post Malone and Eminem looking for advice and advancements towards whatever they're championing. But you know, that's I want to ask you this, Nicole, to get into the Bill Cosby thing. You know, despite how anyone feels, I don't want to take all whether you may feel whether he did it or not, or whether blase, whatever the fuck ever. Why shouldn't Bill Cosby be in jail right now?
Because he was falsely accused.
Okay, so
he was falsely accused.
And there's a myriad of facts backing that up. Like it was out of most of the charges were out of the what's the time? I forgot the time phrase.
What?
Like the time where you can be convicted for them.
Statute of limitations.
Like it just it seems real like suspicious. Like I feel like even in general he's not a threat to anybody. They had COVID. I'm like they're clearly railroading him. Is there anything we can do to help or to aid? Because I want to see him out of jail. I really do. I don't care whether let him have his day in court. Let him have a fair day in court.
Right.
I like to ask both of you this while we're on the subject. Is there such a thing as a fair day in court in the system of white supremacy?
Whew. The simple answer is no.
Right. Right. I don't think there is a such thing. But no, I 100%. I don't really care. I 100% feel like he didn't do it, and I feel like that whole trial was on white, and I say so. And when you combine those, like they tried, what we witnessed with Bill Cosby was a lynching. That was a modern day lynching to me. And Nicole, you were boots on the ground with that. So I would like to know, what were you feeling and what were you going through? Because you went viral for the piece that you put together. It was all over the internet. How were you feeling? Oh, it was masterful. It was definitely masterful. How were you feeling putting that together? And when it started to go viral, what was going through your head?
I just wanted the truth out, because what they did, they conditioned the public first. First, they started parading these women out on CNN. And I just wait a minute. And I was living in New Jersey at the time. And I said, I have to see this for myself. I'm not going to even rely on mainstream media. So at the time, I wasn't working. I made it a mission. And I went all the days I could. I witnessed Andrea Constant, the main accuser, testify. How she consistently changed things, changed the story. I was sitting next to journalists who were saying, she said something totally different in the other trial. Wait a minute. She didn't say this. Wait a minute. And they won't cover that. They won't cover how she kept in contact with Cosby. Called him multiple times. Gave him gifts. Went on, all this stuff. But the public doesn't know that, because they've been conditioned to say, but 60 women can't be lying. Really? I can dig up about 15 to 20 of them saying totally different things. But see, when you don't do the research, you fall victim to this. You become a sheep, and you don't. And this is why I'm like, oh my God, this is a fraud.
Oh, 100%. And as I seen your piece floating around, the internet trolls were out of control. Because all I seen was them posting things about you, trying to get info on you, and they couldn't. You see what I'm saying? And the more me and Tris think about it, we were thinking about putting a petition together. Did you want to go into that?
Yeah, we want to put a petition together to get the Cosby Show back on the air. Because why the hell does Roseanne get to steal profit off her show with all the bullshit she did? Tim Allen is a damn cocaine felon. He's a felon. He sold cocaine in the 70s. Look it up if you've never seen it. And he's on his second great show. I'm like, why the hell does our American Standard show have to? Why are we judged by our faults and not our victories? Nicole, I want to ask you, because you know, if they can take down Bill Cosby, how scared should we be?
Y'all should be shaking your boots at this point. Y'all should be peeing on yourself. Y'all should be so scared right now, because they wanted this with Michael Jackson, and they didn't get it. So they got it with Bill Cosby. They got it good to where it was a lot of propaganda being pushed out, him being a rapist. They kept just pushing that. So people had no point, even though that's not even what he's convicted of. He's not even a convicted rapist. That's not what he's convicted of. It's like indecent assault. So this just goes to show you, when you don't do the research, you'll fall victim to anything.
I 100% believe that.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Can you? We want to talk about you now. What? How did you get started? What made you decide to become a voice in this movement and this activist? We got a few minutes. So we want to, and you can tell us about your show, and then we know about your show for people that never listen.
Yes. Well, I had toyed around with the idea of having a YouTube channel, and I would see other people out there doing it, and I'm like, I think I can do this. I want my voice out there.
Mm-hmm.
And what channel is when I saw what they did with Nate Park and the Birth of the Nation. That is what really pissed me off, because you have this man here, a filmmaker who was acquitted of rape charges.
Yep.
And they still brought it back in his face and said, oh, it's still an issue. You didn't apologize enough. You didn't bow down enough for us. And he didn't apologize. And they totally screwed the whole PR for that movie up. And it was unfortunate because it was a great film. And that is what inspired me to want to speak out. And then, boom, the Cosby thing happened. Yeah.
Now, not to cut you off, but, you know, in addition, we would want to work with you and getting that petition out there.
Okay.
And also, my daughter included, I'm looking to put together something to where black girls can come in and learn how to be creators. And so whether it's YouTube, whether it's radio, I want to be able to put something together and get with you about being able to teach black girls about how to do that. And because I know it's a lot of black creators out there, and I know it's a lot of black woman creators out there, but a lot of kids, you know, 14, 15, 16 don't necessarily have the know-how or the avenue to do that. And I would love for you to be a part of that, because there is nobody else I would want teaching my daughter about something like that.
Absolutely. I would love to do something like that. That's awesome. That's a great idea.
Can I ask you a question? Another question?
Sure.
How do you feel about the black woman's voice? You're a black woman. You're coming out like this. Are y'all progressing? Do you feel like y'all progressing? How do you feel about the black woman's voice right now?
I definitely feel like black women's voices are being heard, but I feel like they're just being used through the wrong avenues.
Can you elaborate, please? Please, Nicole.
Like, they handpick who they want to be at the forefront, you know, and you see a lot of this on Twitter with the blue checks. But they don't want to hear folks like me. Okay. If I was out here butt dancing and calling black men all sorts of rapists, I'd have a show by now.
Yeah, I agree with that. So you do feel that there's an attack on black men right now?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Without a doubt. You see it every single day. And the thing that's so scary about it, it's going to just trickle down to the everyday black man. And that's why I'm so passionate about it. I have a son. He's 6. But I know one day he's going to have to grow up in this.
That's right.
And that's what's scary about it.
Well, that was absolutely hot fire again. Again, Nicole, we appreciate you coming on the show, blessing everybody.
Can you give out your information right quick? I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Can you give out your information right quick so they can follow you, Nicole?
Sure, you can find me on YouTube at Nicole's View, NICOLE''S View, VIEW. I'm on Twitter at Nicole's View. I'm on Instagram, but not a lot. I'm mainly on YouTube and Twitter the most, and my Facebook page, Nicole's View.
Yes, ma'am. That was Nicole's View.
That is awesome, Nicole. We're definitely going to get with you. And actually, Nicole, you gave us a little bit of street cred with women, because we left last week and they had pitchforks and 38s, and
I heard we're toxic, Nicole. True.
So no, we really appreciate you coming on, and I'm gonna get with you, man, so we can do some things, man, because we really appreciate you. We really support you. And if you're out there, please go check out her YouTube channel. It's Nicole's View on YouTube. Great woman, great speaker. We appreciate you, and we got to have you back on soon.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, and same here. I'd love to have you guys come on my channel.
We absolutely will. We'll get with you about that. We're gonna let you go, and we'll close out. Thanks for calling in, and we'll get.
Hey, you guys take care.
All right, thank you.
Bye.
Fantastic lady. Y'all go follow her. Man. It's fantastic lady. Hey, so support us, man. We're gonna get the Cosby Show back on the air. I know some of y'all laughing now, but in the year when he back on Nick at Night, don't say nothing.
I 100% believe and appreciate black women like that.
I do.
Who are on the forefront for the black culture, right? Mm-hmm. Not black feminism, which is white supremacy with a black face. She is 100% for the black culture, and that means black men and women, by the way. So we 100% appreciate that woman, and we appreciate all women that get on the front lines. And front lines doesn't mean social media, by the way.
Did you hear about Stacey Dash?
Yeah, I did. She's come crawling, begging Black society to take her back. Something about her blood sugar.
Everybody's diabetes is acting up nowadays.
Something about her blood sugar.
To the Negro side.
But you know, that's our show today, man.
Yes, sir.
We really appreciate y'all coming out to listen. I'm Two Chubbs. This is Toxic Tris, man. We are the Selective Outrage Show on Hits 92.3, man. And we are out this thing.
Roll something up.